More bad news. Boeing now says it will cut more jobs than originally expected. They're laying off 10,000 workers this year. That's 6% of the workforce at Boeing. Meantime, the Labor Department reports the number of mass layoffs was up sharply in 2008. Now, mass layoffs are defined as 50 or more jobs cut by a single employer. Last year, the tally was just over 21,000 jobs lost. Compare that to 2007, when the number was about 6,000 less. Rick Newman is chief business correspondent for U.S. News and World Report. Rick, I remember us talking at the end of last year. We said, what would be the major obstacles ahead? And you mentioned layoffs, people losing their jobs, and we're seeing these numbers trickle in.
Layoffs and unemployment, for sure. This will just be probably the biggest story throughout 2009. Those mass layoff numbers are basically telling us what we already know. It's just tallying up layoffs that were announced in 2008. And, of course, we're hearing these Boeing numbers today, another 10,000 jobs lost today. I think in 3 days, we've had 100,000 layoff announcements from big companies. I mean, these are staggering numbers. You could almost establish a new ticker feed, you know, that goes across the bottom of the screen, except instead of the stock price, it's how many jobs did these companies lay off today?
You know, and it's interesting because when I think you use the word layoffs, it takes the personal picture away. These are people, 120,000 people,
that's right,
as you said, who are out of work right now. We're hearing the president talk about his economic stimulus and maybe extending some of the benefits for those who are unemployed. But how does this factor into the overall picture as we look again at the numbers are in the green on Wall Street?
Yeah, some of those numbers almost get so big that they're abstract. It's like $1 trillion. We almost stop understanding what it means. Yeah. And these don't always happen the day that these companies announce them. They happen in the weeks and months afterward when they start to do this. And then what we see is the unemployment rate starting to go up. We think it's going to hit 9%, maybe 10% this year. And that's why one of the things in the stimulus plan is more benefits and longer lasting benefits for people who get laid off. What's good about that from the perspective of the overall economy is that's money that is almost entirely going to get spent, because people who just lost their jobs are not going to take money and put it into savings. They're going to spend it on things.
Because there's people who wonder how those benefits equate to stimulating the economy.
Right.
And you said it there, these people will spend that money.
Sure, even if it's just staples like food, basic things people need to run their lives.